Hello. We often view failure as something to be avoided at all costs. It must never come close to you. In fact, it is a plague that you must never allow close to your generation. But what if failure is simply the beginning of a necessary transformation? I love mythology. Greek mythology, especially. You know the stories of gods like Zeus, Athena, Artemis. I love all of them. I could talk about them from now till tomorrow, and I'm not going to get tired. But there's a particular creature that captured my attention when I read about it, and that is the phoenix. What is the phoenix? The phoenix is this mystical bird that was rumored by several cultures which tried to claim it as theirs as having lived a very long time, or that lives a very long time. All the accounts that are of the phoenix, none of them says that it lives less than 500 years. Some of them say it is up to 1,000 plus years, but none of them says that it lives less than 500 years. And that is a very long time for any creature to live, if you ask me. Right? Now, the phoenix, like every other creature, does not live forever. It dies at some point. But when we hear death, what comes to our mind? The end. Right? Not necessarily. Because the phoenix, when it feels like it has come to the time it has to die, figuratively, it sets itself on fire. I'm not going to bore you with all the details of how it sets itself on fire. That's not the topic of conversation today. But it sets itself on fire, and from the ashes of its flames comes a new bird, a new phoenix. Now, if you think of death as the end, then the phoenix is gone. But if you ask me, every single one of us dies in our lifetime before our final death. I'll tell you the story of a young girl who was molested and sexually abused at 8. She didn't tell anybody. She was a very reserved girl, very quiet, doesn't tell anybody anything about herself. So when she was molested at 8, her parents didn't know. And this molestation continued for 9 whole years. What this did to her was that it made her hardened. It made her to become a person that she could not recognize. She had this concrete wall that prevented her from forming meaningful connections with people, and she hated men. That would be justified, right? However, this lady, when she turned 18, she knew that this was not the life she wanted to continue to live. And she embarked on the journey of transformation, renewal, and rebirth. This lady went on to become a powerful figure who has gone on to coach and transform the lives of thousands of youths in Africa. That same lady, this young girl that was molested at 8, who went through all this, who thought she was dead, who thought she was buried, and who came up back again to life to inspire thousands, is the person standing in front of you right now. I became somebody I did not know. I became somebody I could not recognize because of the things that happened to me. And for a long time, I wondered why I could not form meaningful connections. I yearned to connect with people, but I just could not connect until I saw what the problem was. So I felt I was dead. I harbored this much resentment and anger, possibly revenge for these people. But when I embarked on the journey of healing, I saw that those were not necessary. So what happened? You see, I hated myself the taste of my saliva disgusted me. I changed a lot of things about myself, my smile, the way I walked, a lot of things. But right now, I have accepted myself wholly. I've embarked on a journey of transformation that not only benefits me, but has benefited and is still benefiting a lot of youths in Africa and beyond. I would have continued to tell you the story of myself and so many other women who changed the narratives about themselves, who rose from the ashes of their flames. But today is not about me. Today is about how you, like the phoenix, can come out, not just coming out, but coming out majestically and courageously from the ashes of your flames. I'm going to be sharing with you few steps, practical steps that you can take to overcome any obstacle that you have. Does not matter whether it is personal or business-wise or communal. Are you ready? All right. The first step you need to take towards overcoming any obstacle or coming back to life, if I have to say it that way, is changing your perspective, changing your mind. We all know it. If you want to change your life, you change your mind. But it is not just a cliche. It is a truth that has resounded over generations, and I'm here to tell you that it works. When I changed my mindset about what happened to me, I was able to look at things from a different perspective that served me currently. I no longer saw the people who molested me, whom I harbored anger and resentment towards, as just pedophiles. I saw them as people who were hurt and who inadvertently hurt me. I saw them as ignorant, because if they knew better, they would have done better. Now, that understanding helped me to be empathetic. Now, that might not be true. It might not really be the truth of what happened. But because healing was necessary for me, that perspective helped me to reframe what happened. And I was able to forgive from a place of wholeness. The second step that I took, which I know will be useful to you, are you ready to hear it? The second step that you need to take is to find meaning in your flames. Find meaning in your pain. Pain is not always bad. Painful, yes, but pain can serve a purpose. What purpose can your flame serve you? Because of what I went through, I was able to get on a path that now helps thousands of young people in my community. Because of what happened to me, because of the flames I was subjected to, I was able to get on a journey. I am now currently studying psychology to practice as a therapist, because when I needed help, I could not find anybody to talk to. So now, even before I become a therapist, I have helped to counsel lots of young women who went through what I went through. And because of my counsel, they're able to come out better. So what do? Find meaning in your pain. Find meaning in your flames. Not every pain is there to kill you. Some are there to make you stronger. The third step that I need you to take is to learn the lessons. What lesson can I learn? It is so easy to look at negative experiences and feel like they are just there to kill you. No. Life will continue to sometimes try to teach you lessons until you learn that lesson. And until you learn it, you will not stop experiencing that so-called flame that you are in. So what lessons can you learn? How can you grow from this experience? So that you can use that lesson and apply it to other aspects of your life. Remember, it can be transformational if you make the right use of it. Pain, I'm referring to. The next step that I need you to take is to embrace forgiveness. Embrace forgiveness. For me, I had to forgive the people who hurt me. And also, because I'm human, I've made certain silly mistakes that I could not believe. Chinaza, how on earth could you have made this mistake? Are you okay? So I beat myself up. I'm a very self-critical person. But when I learned to embrace forgiveness, to extend the same forgiveness I extend to others, to myself, I started finding more meaning in my life. So embrace forgiveness to those who hurt you and to those who did not hurt you, and even to yourself. Forgive yourself for not knowing better at the time you made the mistake that you made. You are now beating yourself up because you've grown and you see how it was wrong of you to do. So the earlier you forgive yourself, the better and the more meaningful your life will become. The next step I want you to take is to practice gratitude and celebrate every milestone. Practice gratitude in your life. We often overlook a lot of beautiful events and experiences in our lives because we don't really look. So what do? Pay attention. Look at the beautiful things that are happening in your life, and then you will see that my life is really not all that bad as I thought. Practice gratitude and begin to celebrate your tiny milestones. Don't wait until you achieve all that big goal before you throw a big celebration party. No. Every single step that you take is worthy to be celebrated. And the more you celebrate, the more you find reasons to do more. The next step I need you to take. Are you ready for the last one? The next step that I need you to take is to seek support. Now, this is very, very important, especially in Nigeria, where we all try to put up a very strong front, and where therapy is stigmatized. I once told somebody that came for counsel, I told her, I went for therapy. She said, how could you go for therapy? I said, she was of the opinion that therapy is for mad people. I said, am I mad? She said, no, how can you be mad? I said, exactly. If we are not ashamed to visit a medical doctor when we are sick in the body, why exactly are we ashamed to see a therapist when we need help with our mental health? Your mental health is just as important as your bodily health. So take care of your mind. Seek therapy when you need them, because these therapists are trained to help you overcome certain challenges that you cannot overcome by yourself. Part of seeking support is having a support system, having people that believe in you, that help you to see the beauty in yourself that you ordinarily wouldn't see. People that are there to guide you, people that are there to help you to navigate certain points of your life. We cannot all do life alone, so there's no point even fighting it. Have a support system. Now, to round this off, there are 3 qualities that you need if you must be a phoenix. Just 3 qualities. The first one is composure. This is your ability to remain calm when you are faced with a difficult circumstance or a death in this context. You have to remain calm. Okay, what exactly is this? Have clarity so that you can know what steps to take. If you are easily triggered, you will not be able to find the steps that you need to take to come out of your adversity. Composure is very important. The next one is courage. This is so important because when we die, figuratively, we are filled with shame, guilt, that we don't even have the strength to get up again. Shame because you know that you are not the only one that saw yourself die. You're not the only one that saw yourself fail. So how exactly am I supposed to get up from this ground that I am on? But you must learn to find the courage in yourself to get up from that ground, because this is your life. And if it's going to make sense, it is all yours. It is all your responsibility. So have the courage to get up from your adversity. And the third one is constancy. What do you need to start doing and doing constantly that will help you to birth the results that you need to see in your life? I hope that I have been able to share with you what will help you to grow, and that you remember, even as you leave this place, that death is not really the end. Death can be the beginning of a necessary and much needed transformation. Thank you very much.